Here's another doozy, my fellow Americans, about government incompetence, government corruption, government dishonesty. Last year, 1,900 New Yorkers saw something and said something. Thank you for keeping your eyes and ears open and not keeping your suspicions to yourself. Now, just to let you know, in case you don't, Hitler and Stalin had very, very similar propaganda campaigns like this. If you see something suspicious, you tell us. They pretend it's for terrorism, whatever. They're so full of crap. The terrorism card is so dishonest, but don't get me started on that. What's funny about this one, and they spent tons of money putting ads all over the city with this. This is on the subway. They say, if you see something, say something. The MTA, the Metropolitan Transportation Authority. On the subways, they say, oh, we've got to make sure there's no terrorism, and so say something. Here's our hotline. Call our hotline. Keep New York City safe, ladies and gentlemen. Great. Now, here's their argument. 1,900 New Yorkers saw something and said something. Curious. Now, if you know your math, you know that about 1 million people every day in New York City ride the subway. 1 million people a day. So that's, let's be conservative. That's 365 million fucking subway riders a year, all right, on the subways every day. 365 million people riding the subway. Now, they ride the subway twice a day, but whatever. At least, usually. Wow, 365 million people on subways. 1,900 called. I would say that's rather humiliating. I'm crazy. Oh, look, they registered that trademark. If you see something, say something. I did. I saw stupid advertisement campaigns. I saw government incompetency. Wow, no wonder you guys have never kept us safe from terrorism, because you're fucking nincompoop retards. But their argument is, wow, this is great. Out of 365 million people, subway rides, 1,900 called. That's unbelievably humiliating. But you notice they leave out the most important fact. Of the 1,944 calls, how many stopped a terrorist act? Why would you leave that out? You want people to call the number, you want them to know, and 5 of the calls, we caught suitcases with dirty nuclear waste inside of them. Or 3 times we saved the city from anthrax attacks. They don't write it because you know why. 1,944 fucking times people called up and said, oh, there's a bag over there. Somebody had left their grocery bag or whatever. It accomplished absolutely nothing. That's why they don't list the accomplishments. Because nothing was accomplished. Oh, they scared shitloads of people. Oh, somebody left their briefcase. Oh, shut down the trains. Shut down the trains. Bring in the bomb squad. Oh, it's just somebody left their briefcase. Wow, that's great. People, your government is beyond retarded. Your government wastes trillions of your dollars on stupid, phony shit like this. It's your money. You have a right to self-defense. When someone steals your money, you have a right to self-defense. Don't take my word for it. Contact Mayor Bloomberg, that stupid scumbag. Contact the MTA and ask him how many of these 1,944 calls accomplished something, prevented a terrorist attack. How many? What's that you say? 0? So why did you spend tens of millions of my tax dollars on this advertising campaign? Shut up, assholes. Why don't you... Hey, we're lucky there's no... Imagine if there was a guy who took a plane and had some explosives in his underwear. Are we all going to have to strip down to our underwear every time we get in the plane? How many shoe bombers have they stopped? Curiously enough, they didn't even stop the first shoe bomber. It was the passengers, right? But they've made hundreds of millions of people take off their shoes and accomplished absolutely nothing. A terrorist can blow up a plane tomorrow 500 different ways. And they ain't gonna do it with plastic explosives in their shoes. So cut the shit, you fucking retards. You've cost the people of America billions of dollars. You've wasted our time, you've wasted our freedom, you've wasted our lives. Fuck you. Remember, there is an enemy out there, and it is your government. Who's taken away more of your freedoms? Every terrorist in history, or your government? Not even close. Your government has taken away about 150% more of your freedoms than any terrorist ever could or ever would. Remember that, people.